Hey, welcome to Vegas Weekly for Saturday, March the 20th, 2021. We've got some exciting news about a faded gem of Las Vegas, another drink from PJ, and a cool tip for gambling when you like to move around. So stay tuned. Okay, we're back. I've had interesting feedback on the little intro segment. I kind of like it. It's short, it's kind of funny, and definitely features a few clips from the most recent visit to Las Vegas, but we'll try to mix it up from time to time. So if you don't love the baby crying sequence, it'll probably change. So the big news this week in Las Vegas, for me anyway, involves the Rio. And the Rio has been in a slow decline, I would say, probably at least over the last decade or so. It is a place that holds a warm spot in my heart. I've stayed there on a couple of occasions, one with a good friend of mine. The other was basically my sort of operations point for my 50th birthday party, and was there for the better part of a week. I have enjoyed staying there, playing there, eating there, but it has definitely gone downhill in recent years. It opened up back in the early 90s as a locals property, but quickly visitors realized that this was a pretty impressive place. It sort of boasted that it was an all-suites hotel, but they weren't really suites, but they were probably the biggest rooms in Las Vegas at the time and some of the nicest. Sadly, some of them haven't changed much in the last 30 years. In addition, the Rio had, for, I would say, probably better than a decade, the biggest and most impressive buffet in Las Vegas. They featured a number of major entertainment personalities over the year, including Danny Gans. Prince played there for a while. And of course, they've hosted the venerable Penn and Teller show for, I think, like 15 years. And hopefully they'll be back at some point in the near future. Also, for the last, I'd say again, probably 10, 15 years, they've hosted the World Series of Poker. That will almost certainly end when the Caesars Convention Center opens up here in a couple of years. But the property was acquired by Caesars Entertainment, which might have at that time been Harrah's, I don't know, at the end of the 20th century, 1999, I believe. And sadly has been kind of neglected. Again, I would say 10 years ago, it was still a very nice property, but really nothing's been done with it in the past 10 years. There was speculation not too long ago the whole place was going to be imploded and they were going to build a baseball stadium. Okay, well, could have happened. I was hoping it wouldn't happen. The first piece of good news we got about the Rio was back in 2019 when a company called Dreamscape Entertainment, which is basically an investor by the name of Jeff Birnbaum, acquired the property from Caesars Entertainment for just over $500 million and expressed optimism in terms of what they were going to do with the property. Now, Caesars has still managed the casino operations there since that time, and I believe will at least until the end of this year and possibly beyond. I think there's an option there to change that up. Rio has two towers, the original Ipanema Tower, which I believe is the smaller of the two. I wasn't able to really get clarification on that. And then the more recently built Masquerade Tower, which has around 1,500 rooms. The exciting news was this week we learned that Dreamscape had entered into a partnership with Hyatt Hotels, and they are going to renovate both of those hotel towers and turn them into Hyatt branded properties. The larger of the hotel towers, which again I believe is the Masquerade Tower, just from looking at it, which is the one that's actually closest to the Strip, about by a few hundred feet. That is going to be renovated first, I believe, and turned into a Hyatt Regency. Now, there are a couple of Hyatt properties in Las Vegas from what I was able to see. One that is out towards the airport on Paradise Road, and another one that is near the Silverton that I believe has opened up very recently. At one time, there was a Hyatt at Lake Las Vegas, but I think that either has been sold or closed. The whole Lake Las Vegas thing kind of didn't go as well as the investors had hoped. But still kind of an interesting little thing to fly over when you're entering the city. So this will be a huge sort of move into the Las Vegas market by Hyatt. A number of years ago, I had a roommate who traveled extensively on business and was a loyal Hyatt customer. And a couple of times we traveled together on pleasure, not business, and stayed at Hyatt properties. Now, that's been several decades ago, but they were very nice properties, and I suspect they still are very nice properties. And I look forward to seeing what the Hyatt hotel chain will do to the Rio. Like I said, they're going to open up the larger of the hotel towers as a Hyatt Regency. I believe that's going to be the initial remodel. And then the other tower will be rebranded as some other Hyatt branded hotel. No details were revealed on that, but it's always been a favorite part of Las Vegas for me. I've stayed at the Palm a couple of times, stayed at the Gold Coast several times, stayed at the Rio several times. You know, it's not the Strip, but you have a number of casinos and hotels and restaurants within a very short sort of walking distance of one another. And it's been very sad for me in the aftermath of the whole COVID thing that the Palms hasn't reopened. I know I don't know if the Gold Coast Hotel is reopened, but and the Rio didn't reopen until very recently. So I will be excited to see what comes of this. I doubt we're going to see any sort of movement on this until the end of this year, the beginning of next, and probably be a couple of years beyond that before we'll see this project concluded. But it also feels like really good news that we've seen so many folks in a difficult time investing in Las Vegas. Obviously, we see the Virgin Hotel properties getting ready to reopen. Used to be the Hard Rock, going to be the Virgin Hotels now. The push ahead on Resorts World, which should be open this summer. Obviously, what Derek Stevens did downtown with Circa. The move last week by a couple of investment groups on the Venetian Palazzo, and then the news this week that Hyatt is coming in and to me is going to rescue the Rio and turn it again into a property that people are going to really want to stay at, even if it is a little bit off strip. So those, again, good news there. There's mixed news, obviously, everywhere on travel restrictions and things like that, and where we are. But again, I thought the Rio news was very, very good news, and I wanted to share it with you and some of the details of that. And now it's time to welcome back our good friend PJ, and he's got a really kind of traditional, fun cocktail to share with us. It seems like kind of a fun drink to have out on the porch on a spring or summer evening when it's still a little warm, but maybe a little bit of coolness in the air. And hopefully those days are coming soon. So we're going to turn it over to PJ, and I'll be back with a Vegas tip that I think a number of you will enjoy. So PJ, take it away. I'm not going to look left or right because I can't remember which way you looked, but let's see what you got to share with us this week.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another fabulous episode of Cocktail of the Week with your host and not a professional bartender, PJ. Let's watch and see what fabulous cocktail PJ is whipping up for us today.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Vegas Weekly with our host, the one, the only, the fabulous John Rare. John, how you doing today? Fantastic. All right, ladies and gentlemen, spring is right around the corner, and you know what's right around the corner after that? Summer. So it's never too late to start getting geared up for some summer cocktails. And today we're going to do the original Lynchburg lemonade. Now, I did this drink once before and I used Sprite. Well, today no Sprite. We're using real lemonade. All right, let's get right into it. Just 4 ingredients: Jack Daniel's triple sec, lemon juice, and lemonade. Alrighty, and we're going to be using my elevated craft shaker. So let's get started, shall we? All right, first thing we're going to do is 1.5 ounces of Jack Daniel's. Next, 1/2 ounce of triple sec. Then 1/2 ounce of freshly squeezed lemon juice, if you can see. And we're going to shake this up. Shake, shake, shake. And a little shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake on this side. Now this is not being sponsored by Elevated Craft, but it could be. All right, we've got our glass here, already chilled with ice. Pour this puppy in. Top it off with some lemonade. A little bit more in there. Garnish that with a lemon. You might have saw somewhere. Here we go. Garnish that with a lemon. And we're going to tuck that one down in there for a little more goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the original Lynchburg lemonade. John, cheers to you. Ladies and gentlemen, cheers to you. Every lemonade should have a kicker just like this. A little Jack Daniel's, a little triple sec, a little lemon juice. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. As always, please, thumbs up, comment down below, hit that subscribe button. We just picked up a couple of hundred more members on the Facebook page. I need every one of you all to subscribe so we can get John to 10,000 subscribers. We can do it. We have like 17,000 members. I only need 10,000 of you to subscribe. Why not? It's free. Let's do it. All right, and with that, as always, please drink responsibly. And I am out of here. Peace, everybody. This guy's coming with me.
Thank you for watching Vegas Weekly and Cocktails of the Week. Stay tuned for another fabulous cocktail coming up soon.
All right, PJ, thanks for that. Like I said, a classic spring summer cocktail. We've got a special treat for you next week. PJ's going to take a week off. We have the one and only Kevin Alderton, Matrix 2021, all the way from across the pond. He's going to do a guest spot on Cocktail of the Week. You're not going to want to miss it. It's pretty funny. And so thanks PJ for doing the show today, and thanks to Kevin for what I think you're going to find a really funny piece that he's doing for the show next week. Like PJ said, hey, if you're watching this video and you've made it this far, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. You don't have to watch every video we do, but those subscriptions really help boost the channel, boost our visibility. We think that we offer you a lot of good entertainment, a lot of good information, and obviously some good tips from time to time, at least, here on the show. So we'd certainly appreciate your support. And if you want, you can become a member of our channel for a nominal fee and get a few extra bonuses for doing that, but not necessary. In any case, I wanted to do a Vegas tip today for people like myself that like to move around a lot. You know, you hear, well, you know, you go to downtown Las Vegas, you know, it's so much easier to get comped. You know, the rooms are a little more modest, and so the amount of gambling it takes is so much less, and it never works out for me. And you know why? Because there's two blinking mini casinos that I can just wander back and forth. So I never spend enough time at any of those places. I've tried in the past, and I had some comps downtown. I'm not going to complain. I have it at El Cortez, I have it Golden Gate, I have it Plaza, I've had it Downtown Grand, I have it Cal, I guess. So I've had comps, but I never play enough that it really justifies giving me a free room, unless things are really slow like they have been lately. And it's just because I love to just casino bounce. And if you love to casino bounce, what you need to think about is a strategy of casino bouncing. And I'm going to focus in on the Strip, but I will mention a couple other opportunities if you're a casino bouncer like me. There are so many properties that are under the same umbrella on the Strip that you have an opportunity to casino bounce and still earn comps. In the two major casino operators on the Strip, and sorry Wynn, because I love the Wynn Casino. You know, I really enjoy playing there. It's Wynn, it's Encore, it's fine, great drink service, a lot of fun. Cosmo, great place, it's just one. Venetian Palazzo, not a huge fan of casino, but again, it's two casinos, one place, basically. But you also have two huge casino operators on the Strip, and you probably know who they are. It's Caesars Entertainment and M Life. And so if you are like me and you love to bounce from casino to casino, here's a strategy that I think you might want to adopt. Don't go from one operator to another throughout the day, but plot out a strategy which will keep you playing all day at a number of different casinos, but still keep you under that umbrella where you're likely to get good comp offers. Now, I will offer this proviso. If you're staying at a particular property and you book that property, particularly if you book that property through the Players Club, they're going to know you're there. Okay, so, but you know, let's say you're staying off the Strip or downtown and you want to bounce around the Strip. Here's a couple of strategies for you. Now, you could start out one day, well, hey, you could start it out at the Rio. Still under Caesars Entertainment, maybe play a little bit out there. Catch a bus or a cab or an Uber up to Caesars Palace, spend a little time there, maybe have a little lunch at the Gordon Ramsay Pub or one of the many other fine restaurants there. Then just a quick hike up the street and go to Harrah's. Enjoy that spot. This week, Pennies for Vegas showed us the ideal place to sit if you want to get free drinks at Harrah's. Good tip. Or, you know, you can check out, you know, Big Elvis when he's there. Particularly if it's on the weekend. I think that's normally when he performs. You could take a break and go get a cocktail or maybe a snack somewhere. You could go to In-N-Out Burger if you want to. Maybe you could ride the high roller there by the Link. Wander over to the Link Casino for a little bit. Make your way to the Flamingo. The, you know, kind of the original resort on the Las Vegas Strip, and play there. I always enjoy playing at Flamingo. Cromwell, a beautiful little casino. Again, usually really great drink service there. And we're not done yet. Go over to Bally's. It's a wonderful casino. They have tons of great slots to play. It's a good spot. Walk to Paris. Go to Planet Hollywood. All of those casinos are under the same umbrella. So you're going to get credit for that play. You might get some comps. Okay, so the next day or a different day on your trip, maybe you're going to start out the day at the Mirage, a venerable Las Vegas property. I've had a lot of good luck at the Mirage. I almost got thrown out of there once too, but that's a whole different story. So nice property, nice casino. Maybe you start your morning off there, play a little while at Mirage, then you do a little hop, skip, and jump over Caesars. Well, be a hell of a jump because Caesars is a huge property. But make it over to Bellagio, another iconic Vegas property. You could go to Vdara, but they don't have any casinos, so that's not really going to help you out. Aria, Park MGM, New York. Wander over to MGM Grand. You might get lost there for hours. Back across the street, end your evening, Excalibur, Luxor, Mandalay Bay. Again, you're all under the same casino umbrella. So you're going to be getting credit for playing at basically at one property, even though you're able to jump around to numerous properties. Now, downtown, you have a couple of options here. Well, one of them is not so great right now because Main Street Station is closed, but it's my understanding it may be opening up in April. If you want to go with the Boyd properties downtown, the Cal, the Fremont, and when it reopens, Main Street Station are also under one player's card. So typically, they either focus on the downtown properties or the off-strip properties. The off-strip properties are like Gold Coast and Suncoast, Orleans, and Sam's Town. So if you're big on the off-strip properties, and I certainly have been in the past, that's an option as well. But as far as downtown goes, try to stick to Fremont, Cal, and Main Street. And then along the same lines, with Circa reopening and all under the same club auspices, play at Circa, Golden Gate, and the D, because that's all going to be under the one club. So you should accumulate comps playing under either of those downtown umbrellas if you stick to those properties. So don't be like me and just wander randomly from place to place. Have a plan, and it'll definitely improve your comps for food, beverage, and rooms. And that's going to wrap up today's show. Again, thanks to PJ for his contribution. We will do a Wednesday show again, despite the outrage that the last show has caused. We will do one anyway because it's kind of fun. And we'll be back again next Saturday with another episode of Vegas Weekly. So until then, I hope that you have a great, lucky, and healthy week. We will see you soon, my friends.